Hey, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome to Everlasting Summer Mods and User Scenarios. This time, 8 minutes left. Let's check this out. 8 minutes long? I don't think so. CCP, exit, English. Alright, English of course. Of course, English. Freezing. I was chilled to the bone by the strong breeze. Huge raindrops fell from the sky to the boat's bottom, thick and fast, like bombs from enemy planes. I was compelled to row faster and faster. This world's environment had a good sense of humor, and it had just decided to make fun of us. A half hour ago there wasn't a single cloud in the sky, but now... Damn rain! Are you cold? I cried from the front of the boat. Extremely cold. Vatevskaya quietly answered, shaking like a leaf. We have to put up with it. Look, we are so close to the coast. I will row my best. I tried to raise our hopes, but it didn't help. Isa was sitting and sniffing. She was catching cold, it seemed. The wind rattlesly blew at my back, forcing me to put even more effort into rowing. This weather is damn drenched. Who would have thought that precisely today there would be this awful downpour? Said Alisa, kicking the bucket of raspberries. I hope our efforts haven't been in vain, and that Olga Dmitrievna's birthday cake will be really tasty. Yeah, it would be a shame if we caught cold before tomorrow's concert. All because we are picking berries for a flavorless cake. Alisa rattled nervously. Slavia's kinda stuck up. She should be picking all these berries instead of us. I would have liked to calm her down, but I was pretty mad at Slavia as well. Why? She clearly knew that Alisa and I were participants in the greeting program for Olga Dmitrievna. If we caught a cold, it would be on Slavia's conscience. Well, Slavia didn't know about the rain either. Great, the finish line! My voice rang out joyfully. As soon as we dock and give these buckets back, we can have hot tea at my cabin. Yeah, tea. You mean vodka? Said Alisa in a dreamy voice, continuing to shake like a leaf. But maybe she's telling the truth. Let's believe that it's about tea. The thought of hot tea slightly warmed me inside. I had been rowing without break, guiding the old rotten boat to the coast. Sometimes I imagined that I was an Olympic champion in a rowing sport, deftly guiding my canoe. However, aching pain in my arms and back made it clear to me that I was no athlete. Lactic acid in the muscles made its presence known. My pioneer uniform was sopping wet. From afar the island looked tiny. I couldn't imagine how such a small island could have so many delicious berries on it. We firmly anchored the boat to the dock. The path to the Alisa's house took me no less effort than moving the oars. It really is raining heavily. Whoa, but it looks awesome. We carefully skirted paddles, trying to get to our destination as soon as possible. And Jenda is not on fire. Surprised me. Your tea, sir, Alisa said with a satisfied smile, putting a hot glass down next to me. It seemed that Alisa was feeling better. She was no longer sniffing, and her hands had stopped trembling from cold. Thanks. Don't even know what I would do without you. We sat in silence, drinking warm, flavored sweet tea. Raindrops beat the roof in rhythm like a drum. Like a drum, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And where's Juliana? I asked, pretending to care about the little initiator of disaster's whereabouts. Juliana. Looks like she stayed to sleep at her friend's place. They stay up the whole night playing the fool and telling horror stories. And Olga Dmitrievna won't reprimand her for such things? I asked, pretending to be interested again. Do you really think that our leader's words are the law for her? The law or not the law? If she catches Uliana in a strange house, there will be hell to pay. I had never been to Uliana and Alisa's cabin. I wondered, was it always such a mess? Yeah, yours was better. Just like my old flat. Cozy place we got here. And the tea is delicious. I complimented Alisa. Oh, what are you talking about? Just usual tea. She replied, slightly embarrassed and blushing. It's the honest truth. This is the best tea I ever tried, I said, sipping from the glass. Come to us more often, Semyon. I will make tea whenever you want. But don't become impudent, understand? I'll take you up on that, I replied, smiling widely. A second glass of tea was emptied, successfully. The heavy rain stopped as quickly as it had started. By now it was 11:30. Olga Dmitrievna was probably worried. It's late. I think I will go to sleep. I will bring these buckets of raspberries to Slavia on my way back. Nice, till tomorrow, Alisa muttered reluctantly. Before I could take 10 steps outside of the cabin, her voice sounded behind me. Wait, Semyon? Alisa slowly came to me, face full of confidence. Sorry, but that wasn't a face full of confidence before. Slightly raised herself on her tiptoes, she gave me a kiss. Okay. This plot turn I just couldn't expect. Alisa. Good night. Don't forget about rehearsal tomorrow, Alisa blurted, running quickly back into the cabin. I gave the buckets of raspberries to Slavia and slowly walked in the direction of my house. My feet barely moved on the road. Alisa. What was with that? Did she have feelings for me? No matter, the important thing was that I liked the kiss. So tender and sweet, it didn't match with Alisa's daring nature at all. The clouds gradually disappeared, showing the true beauty of the night sky. Stars lit the way for me, charming in their simple elegance. I wondered, what if there are signs of life in one of these little stars? If we imagine that our universe is endless, then there is an infinite number of stars in the universe, right? So, somewhere there must be life. However, if the universe is endless, an infinite number of stars, planets, galaxies, the force of gravity must be endless too, mustn't it? According to Newton, each star in the universe should be attracted toward every other star. If this were the case, then the forces of gravity wouldn't be able to hold us on the Earth, and even the Earth wouldn't be able to hold itself in orbit. The entire universe would turn into the void. Poof! And that's it. The collapse. This has to stop, or I will lose my mind from all of these philosophical reflections. I carefully snuck into the cabin of Olga Dmitrievna, trying not to wake her. Lazily throwing off my clothes, I fell down on my bed like a heavy stone, and my mind gradually began to go to the land of Nod. Night. I stand on the curb of an endless road on which cars rush along at terrific speed. Chilling mist is a shroud all around. On the other side of the road there seems to stand a girl. Is she alone there? It is late at night. On the edge of the curb. All my attempts to reach her are in vain. The cars don't allow me to take even one step onto the road. Hey, you! Why are you standing there? Wait, maybe it's... Is it Yulia? Are you alone? Without parents? I try to shout, but I can't do this either. The noise of the cars and trucks deaden all other sounds. The girl gazes into the distance. I stare in the same direction, but there is only mist and an endless stream of cars. Maybe she's just waiting for somebody. Perhaps I shouldn't waste my time on her. I turn and continue on my way toward the unknown. Semyon, you are here for a reason. It's her. I heard a shrill child's voice from the other side of the road. What? What does it mean? Don't be silent. Are you hearing me? What are those on her head? Cat ears or just a fancy head? That's her. I couldn't get a definite answer to the question because of the dense fog. The girl thought it prudent not to answer and keep the intrigue. She silently came across the road in my direction. Hey, what are you doing? Stop. It's not My scream was interrupted by the powerful foot of the huge truck's metal bumper on soft human flesh. I fell on my knees, my face frozen in a grimace of horror and despair. It's just a bad dream. Come on, nightmare. I said that I was relieved. Olga and Prievna has already gone through breakfast. I quickly put on dry pioneer form and came out. The pleasant, refreshing coolness of the water brought me back to reality. I remembered last night with Alisa and its end. A feeling of euphoria covered all of my body in a crawl. After morning laps, I confidently went to the canteen. To my surprise, the canteen was almost empty, save for a few tables. I took my portion of a dense mass, vaguely resembling barley porridge, poured some tea, and sat near the window. Warm morning sun was shining on my face. I had the impression that nature had decided to apologize for its behavior yesterday, giving me good weather as a sign of reconciliation. Overcoming disgust and retching, I finished eating the porridge, drank my tea, and went out. There were a lot of pioneers at the square. Olga and Triana was actively gesturing in front of the crowd. You've made it to the lineup. Apparently it was a lineup. Having absolutely no desire to be caught by the camp leader, I hurried away. In an alley I was lucky enough to find a relatively dry branch. The sun still fondly shone, covering me with its tenderness and love. Completely lost in my thoughts, I suddenly remembered the almost full pack of cigarettes and box of matches in my pocket. It was funny, I forgot about my, perhaps, strongest habit since staying in the camp. The cigarette slowly shortened with each puff. The smoke flavor in my mouth reminded me of old times, when I smoked every single day, pack a day. Quickly finishing the cigarette, I immediately got the second. Charming translucent smoke hovered over me, focusing all my attention on it. Looking at the sky and the sun, I realized I had never felt this good. They say that sunlight due to limited speed reaches Earth's surface in 8 minutes. In 8 minutes. It is hard to even imagine what an enormous distance has been crossed by the sunlight during its time to reach the Earth. So if the sun suddenly disappeared, exploded, evaporated, it would be known after only 8 minutes on Earth. Amazing. If the sun disappeared right now, then I would have another 8 minutes. During this time I could smoke one more cigarette and definitively accept the inevitable destruction of humanity. My morning philosophy was interrupted by the voice of a familiar girl. Semyon, are you smoking? Miku asked with sincere bewilderment. Well, actually, yeah, I smoke. That's not what I meant. The rehearsal is beginning soon, but we're sitting here gaping in the sky. Oh, I totally forgot about it. You go and I'll catch you later. Come on, let's go. You can finish smoking a cigarette along the way. I had no choice but to follow Miku. Why did I ever agree to play in the concert? It would be better to sort raspberries and bake a cake with Slavia. All of our band was already in a music club. Electronic was driving on the kit with uncharacteristic childish enthusiasm. That's a good music. I never would have thought that he could do anything else but assemble robots. Alisa was sitting in the far corner of the room, playing fully familiar melody on the electric guitar. I was ashamed to look her in the eyes. I could tell that she felt a little awkward at the moment. Okay, let's start the rehearsal. No, where's the music? Our concert will be tomorrow. How? Already? But we just came. Semyon. Every minute counts. There is no time to dawdle. We need to prepare. I reluctantly pick up electric guitar. Electronic energetically set the pace. Our musical instruments instantly merge into one harmonious sound. That sounds good too. I literally hit the strings with the metal pick. It seems so easy to touch the strings with a triangular piece of metal and magically pull different sounds from the guitar. I glanced at Alisa. She lost herself in the music, shaking her head slightly. Her face expressed full confidence, just like before yesterday's kiss. Miku's voice is unmatched. I have never heard a voice so clean and soft before. It's Russian. Compared to Miku's heavenly voice, mine sounded ridiculous and inappropriate. Despite my excuses, she insisted that I had a good vocal, so I was made a backing singer too. As hard as I tried, my fingers couldn't keep up with Alisa's. Perhaps I shouldn't have told Miku that I could play guitar on the day we met. Stop! Today is already better, much better. Semyon, you are pretty good, but a little behind everyone. Let's rehearse again. Can we take a break? My arms are falling up. Well, you can relax, but only for a few minutes. Alisa pretended not to notice me. She didn't even say hello today. Did she consider her actions yesterday as a mistake? Or maybe... is she waiting for me to make a move? I don't have nearly enough experience in understanding female psychology. There was no way for me to get a straight answer to this question. So Abby, maybe we'll find the answer in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed this story so far, and see you then. Bye.